Yo, what's going on, you guys? Today we have the August live stream recap that Kabam just did. I just live streamed it. I know a lot of people were just watching on Twitch mainly, but here we go. 33 things to cover basically with some footage. So I'm gonna try to not make this 30 minutes long, and let's just dive right into it. So first of all, Valiant Event Quest. So they saw the feedback. There's gonna be one less fight in each subsection. So usually you do 3 fights, then a swap. You're gonna be doing 2 fights, then a swap. Still 3 champion team, same format. Same class restriction. Required full team swap. So it's all the same, but there's one less fight in each like subsection. So instead of 3, it's 2 per or before every swap. So that should be better, or that should don't mean to zoom in, but that should make it better. But it's just a minor change. It's nothing crazy, but it will make it a bit faster though. Next is just the Summoners Fest. So if you get, I think it's top 4 Celestial within this Battleground season and next Battleground season, you will be able to go to Vancouver, Canada to participate in the Battle Realm Brawl. But yeah, you can meet the devs in November 8th to 9. So I think what is that? I forget what event it's called. But we got Summoners Fest. You can meet the devs, play unreleased content, there's reveals and teasers. And if you make it into top Celestial, like top 4 or top 8, you can participate in the Battle Realm Brawl, which gives some pretty good rewards. I think I don't know. It's just a live in person event, and then top 1 Celestial. So if you're first in Celestial, you get invited for free. I think, or you just get some extra benefits. I guess I kind of forget, but yeah, if you're top Celestial, you can participate in the Battle Realm Brawl. And then Fintech, since he beat it in 2023, they're doing a celebration quest. So it's gonna be 1 quest, 4 paths, a solo objective, and rewards are geared towards the Summoners Fest Realm event. So there's probably gonna be a Realm event points mainly for this quest. There's gonna be a special little quest just because Fintech won back in 2023, launching August 13th. So that's gonna be in 2 weeks from this video. Next, we have Statcast Relics. So a new form of relics, new shards, strikers remain. These guys come out next Wednesday, and they're launching alongside an Alliance Relic event. There's going to be 60 per rarity, so a total of 180, but 60 different actual Statcast relics. And you can get them for 5 and 7-star rarities. So you can get 7-star Statcast relics, and they focus on your abilities. So there's gonna be new story content that comes out in the future will have Statcast relic shards, not existing content, and Statcast shards will be in Valiant Event Quest rewards starting in September. So next month you can get shards for them. But right now there's gonna be like that Alliance event they said next week. And Battlegrounds Victory Track Battlecast swapped. So something scheduled for October with the Statcast relics with Battlegrounds. So we'll see more about that probably next month's live stream or October's live stream. But yeah, these relics they look cool, obviously. 7-star rarity, and they will be focused on your stats more than just the abilities like with regular relics. So they should actually probably be better than regular relics. But yeah, we'll have to see next week. They should be better though. I feel like they're gonna be better than regular relics because they're for your stats, which are overall more important. I feel like. Next we have Solvarch. So there is some footage I'll show, like they showed in the live stream. He's available starting August 7th. So actually, that's gonna be 6 days from now. That is gonna be on Thursday, I believe. I don't know. It's just kind of confusing me. I didn't really look into the calendar, but yeah, today is a Friday, so Yeah, that will be next or no, yeah, next Thursday. Sorry. So you'll be able to get him next Thursday with the the little tokens we've been getting over time. The essence or whatever it's called. We'll be able to exchange those for him next Thursday. He's immune to bleed and poison. Good. Fractured power bar, always good. For you can use whatever special attack you want. He cold snaps on a second medium attack, which we'll see. He doesn't crit. He has some power control. He has armor passives and passive energizes. So real quick, before we get to his footage, I just want to say this thing. So August 8th. So today, so it's not gonna be a Wednesday. So this is gonna be next Friday, by the way. Just wanted to point that out. And yeah, because today is Friday. I just totally forgot. I'm tired. But yeah, next Friday will be Statcast Relics, and then next Thursday will be Solvarch. So there is some footage. Um, there is some. Let me just adjust this a little bit, but there is some footage for Solvarch. So we have some footage right here. Maybe I'll turn up the sound a little bit. This was just some live gameplay that they did. So, hold on, let me just adjust something. But yeah, there's some footage right here. I'm not gonna break this down all the way, but there is some
and so with the
footage,
special one, you can swap between your modes.
and they are talking.
And so in absorb mode, you'll build that charge up.
So I can just explain it. So you'll have two modes. It's kind of like Nimrod. So you have this blue absorb mode, and it gets you armor ups basically while you're in it. And then once you have max charges, also he looks super cool. He looks sick. You can use a special one, and it converts it into your release mode, which turns all your armor ups into energizes, and they get stunned. And then you just build your charges over time. I don't exactly know how, but then you can go back to the other mode, which gives you more armor ups, but you keep your energized. So you use another special one, which got you more armor ups, right? And now you go for another special one, which gives you the max energize because it converts the armor ups into energize. And you also are in your release mode, which gives you a reverb passive. And then special 2 will have that burst damage. So for a rank 4, it's honestly not that great on offense, but he still should be good. I don't know. I'm gonna rank him up a bit, so he'll probably be doing around that damage ish, but not the best damage we've ever seen. Probably I don't know if it's better than Lumitrix. I think he's more useful. He has more utility than Lumitrix, I would say. But yeah, as you're gonna see, the one more time we have this I forgot what this mode is called. We got this blue mode, and then special 1 converts the armor ups into energize, and charges are getting depleted. Then another special 1 will activate some more armor ups. Also, it's a different kind of animation for whatever mode you're in. It's like blue or orange, which is pretty cool. Just wanted to point that out. But yeah, then you gain some charges when you're in the blue mode, and blocking a special attack will grant you a lot of charges actually. So he's going to use another special 1, and that'll get to the release mode, more energizes, and then you go for a special 2. So he's pretty straightforward. He has the cold snaps, which I think help get him charges, but they're not that strong like at all. And he has some disintegration kind of kinetic discharge, so that'll power drain some of the power on the opponent. It's not that much power, but when you're in the blue mode, I'm pretty sure you drain some power when you have that active. So, we'll be able to get more into it when his deep dive comes out and stuff. I'm not gonna like go over his deep dive, but maybe I will. I don't know. Probably not, but we'll see with his abilities as he kind of releases. So, yeah, he has power drain. He has a ton of stuff going for him. Make sure you guys can actually see all of this. All right. So next, after Solvarch, we have just kind of how you can get him. So there are multiple ways. This is just a little thing right here, and yeah, there's multiple ways to get him. You actually need 12. So I might be I don't know if you actually need all 12 because I might be screwed then. But there are multiple ways to get him. There's gonna be all these different types of ways. I'm gonna have to figure that out on my own because I thought you only needed like 4 or 5. Um, 12 is a lot. So you're able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because the other ones are battlegrounds. You're gonna have to get really high scores. So you're gonna have to wait. And then I think you're gonna have to buy one of the Shatter Essence bundles. And they're also in Thronebreaker deals, the double tracks. So yeah, he's actually gonna be quite expensive, I feel like. But these are all the ways to get him. Going right through, we have Cassandra Nova. So she heavy channels to stack Daunted. Like Professor X, she can counter evade when attacked while channeling, which is good on offense, but also defense, man. She has Neuroshocks on her special attacks. She can mark skill champions, so won't let them regen. So definitely counters Nick Fury. She has non-contact attacks, except for her first medium, which I mean non-contact is pretty good. And then she roots at the end of her special attack, which is also a pretty cool mechanic. But she has a strong regen off her special 1 as well. And she has massive burst damage from her special 3, which we actually don't see in the stream. But there is, again, some more footage. So they kind of just,
So
yeah.
what I like to do here is start off with a nice
But
parry heavy.
you start off with a parry heavy, get your Daunted. And it doesn't matter what special attack you use, because all those Daunteds will do a ton of damage, and you don't really need to care about the Neuroshocks. They do some damage, but it's mainly your Daunteds. And she also has that, she also has that Fear passive. So the Fear passive, it helps with the unblockable, as you guys know, because unblockable and Fear passive, you disable their unblockable chance with Fear, and you root them right there at the end of your special 1. So real quick, you root them with your special 1. And you start channeling, right? Hold heavy attack, start channeling, and they attack you, they get passively stunned. And then she's at max Daunted, which is 25. And then any special attack you use, doesn't matter, will do a ton of damage with the Daunted. And they are also marked. So the marked passive, I don't even think it's a debuff. Or maybe that's not Fear. Maybe that is marked. But I think that's Fear. But yeah, they get marked, so Nick Fury cannot regen. No skill champions, I think, or maybe any champion, I think he said, can regen above like their health percentage. It just mainly applies for Nick Fury. So Nick Fury cannot regen and get his LMD, and he just dies. So yeah, there's some footage right there. She's some pretty cool burst damage, and I think she'll probably be the better overall out of the two. Yeah, she'll probably be better out of the 2 champions. But now next up we have Baron Zemo. So he is going to be a new 7-star. Hold on, let me just adjust this real quick. He is going to be one of the new 7-stars added to the Titan pool. So instead of, random champions getting added to the Titan pool, we're getting a really good one. So he's going to be in the next Titan Crystal instead of Solvarch. We always, we know. Sorry for my story. We know how good he is. Zemo is a great champion. We know how good he is. Yeah. Sorry for that story, man. I'm trying to. There's a lot of stuff to get through, but yeah. Taking Solvarch's place as the new champion, of course. He's gonna be in the premium gacha thing, so he can open the Valiant crystals and you can try to get him. But mainly, he's gonna be in the Titan pool. All right. Next, we have a balance patch or balance batch. Sorry. We have Patriot, MODOK, and Yondu, so they're all getting little balance updates and changes. Patriot, extended heavy charge, reversal fury increased, more rupture duration, or less rupture duration for quicker bursts of damage. So there's still damage, but just lesser duration. Special one vulnerability duration increased, so the physical vulnerabilities are increased. Potency is also increased, and his steadfast on his signature ability gets moved into his base kit, and it's only 3 debuffs you need, so that's good. That's decent. And Yondu, he has concussion immunity against mutants now. His bleeds will be swapped for ruptures because a lot of mutant champions are immune to that. Let's go back here. He has a damage tune-up, of course, 100% chance to trigger, and instead of pilfer on his prowess, it's swapped for invalidate. So he can invalidate. I think he invalidates prowess. I'm pretty sure. I guess increased chance for both. He inflicts a stifle on the special one, which kind of like reduces combat power rate. His heal block is increased more, which is already pretty good. And his special 2 furies are more potent with a lower stack. So, yeah. Also, these are all decent tune-ups. They're all good. And with MODOK, new SIG ability. So personal debuffs gain increased ability accuracy. When attacked while his force field is active, he removes all stuns, of course. And his force field starts on a cooldown. But whenever the opponent activates a special attack, he removes their True Strike and Sense effect. So we can auto block it, which is pretty annoying. And auto blocks can now trigger parries. So it's just kind of a defensive tune-up. He's not really going to be that good. But you're just going to have to heavy attack him, and then his auto block will go on cooldown. That's all you have to do. Still same super genius. So yeah, cool tune-up. And batch 2 in January, they're going to do Falcon, Joaquin Torres, Deathless Vision, and another champion they haven't decided on yet. So this should be January. Solo raids will be next week. No damage cap. There's going to be a test map. Pick your role, pick your boost, pick your mission, fight the boss. And there is one fight you do before the boss to ramp up. And then the champion is the boss. So that should be good. And there's going to be an Alliance weekly super event. So a weekly super event for your Alliance. They're removing Summoner Advancement and Engagement events and putting that into the super event. But the units from that are getting moved to the Daily Quest Rework. So there's the Daily Quest Rework, which is coming in September. So due to that coming in September, they're going to be releasing a unit compensation package for August because you won't be able to get the units from Summoner Advancement or Engagement events because they're removing them and having this super event thing, which is starting actually 2 Mondays from now. So not next Monday, but the Monday after next Monday. And you earn points through basically playing the game and doing like everything. You earn points, and it should be good, honestly. A weekly super event for your Alliance should be good. Daily Quest Rework next month. So 2 repeating standard days. So there's going to be 2 repeating days. And each day is going to be different rewards you can do. So it's going to be Catalyst, Gold, ISO. And then we have a super version on Sunday. So you need 4 keys to enter, and you get a key per day if you do the normal daily quests. So if you have 4 keys, you can do the super version on Sunday. So this should overall be pretty good. We have to wait till September, though, to see what that's like. Now, the Rebirth event. Let's try to get through this. Let me try to make this as simple as possible. So updated 7-hour crystals, right? August 8th, which is going to be next Friday. There's going to be an Act 8 Crucible, which we'll get to in a second. There's going to be a login calendar and a celebration arena. And then a new legend selector with 6 champions, which we'll get to as well. So Vision is just getting light bug fixes and ability cleanup. She's not really going to be that much better. And then there's going to be 5 champions who receive a tune-up. So we'll get to that in a second. And then you need 3 rebirth tokens for a selector to select one of these champions that will show in a second. So, before we get to that, not after, before we get to that, there's going to be the Relic Alliance event, which we talked about in the beginning, which will be next Friday as well. So you can open Statcast Relics of any rarity, ranking relics. There's different ways to get Statcast Relics with this Alliance Relic event next Friday. But one of the final milestones does give a rebirth token. Now, there are more than 3 rebirth tokens, so you can get more than one selector, I'm pretty sure. But you can also get a rebirth token from this Relic Alliance event. And there are ranked rewards for alliances who do the most. So, Act 8 Crucible. This will be in 2 Wednesdays from now. Interesting. So 2 Wednesdays from now, there's going to be all bosses from Act 8. 2 difficulties. So Legendary, which is 1 path. And Normal difficulty, which is 4 paths. And there's elimination choice node between fights. So you have to swap your champions. And it's permanent content. You get 2 rebirth tokens for finishing during the event, which is nice. And there's going to be a realm event. So for doing this, using revives and everything, there's going to be a realm event. And there is a rebirth token at the top milestone. So a realm event is great. And there is a mini Crucible as well. So not just the regular one, there's a mini one. This one has a legendary difficulty and normal difficulty. But there's a mini Crucible. So, with this mini Crucible, it's a lighter version. There's 4 paths, 4 quests, and 1 path each quest. The defenders are 3 stars, and you have 2-star attackers, but I think they said for the bosses you can use 3 stars. So, it's just going to be a lighter version of this Crucible for Act 8. You can use lighter champions, and you get Mysterium rewards. But you do have to do this and this for or to reach the top of the realm event. I guess I don't really know what. I don't know why you have to, but we'll just have to wait and see for 2 Wednesdays from now. In 2 Wednesdays. So there's a little part 2. August 20th to September 3rd, you can get the 7-hour rebirth crystals. It grants 2 rewards. One is a champion item or material, and the other one is a consumable, which is good. So you have to be claiming your crystals every 7 hours on August 20th, which is 3 Wednesdays from now. And there's a 14-day calendar, and on the final day, there's a rebirth token, so make sure you get that. And there's going to be arena solo events, so you can use 1 star, 2 stars. And there's also a rebirth token in the final milestone of that. So many ways to get rebirth tokens. Just keep this in mind. There's a ton of slides here, a ton of information. And then here are the champion updates. So Sabretooth. His stun cannot be reduced. He has Furies in Battlegrounds. Converts more Furies, or just has better Furies, more duration, more potency. His special one, expanded special 1 Fury conversion trigger. So more Fury trigger, more Furies, better Furies, more potency on it and everything. More regen, and a special 2 now triggers 10% regen, or 10% of your missing health regen, which is good. And a Sig ability regen now triggers when blocking a critical hit. So it's going to be a little bit annoying, but also a little bit better. And these are pretty nice tune-ups. But yeah, he's not going to be insane, but he'll be better for sure. Now, Cole Obsidian is going to start with 3 charges in Battlegrounds and Alliance War. And his 3 Thanos favor buffs now provide true accuracy. So once he gets 3, he gets true accuracy. And 5 grants in critical damage rating, increased critical damage rating, and increased Thanos favor buff. On hit, pause duration from 1 to 2.5 seconds. Remove Mission 3's 95% health threshold requirement. And then increase special attack to armor break pause chance from 80% to 100%. And duration from 2 to 5 seconds. So a better armor break. So he should be definitely better. Saw some pretty crazy footage. And we'll get that footage up after I go through all these updates. So Anti-Venom, my personal favorite. His special 2 saves the 2 most recent debuffs now. So that's going to be pretty useful, so you don't have to consume all of your debuffs. And then Lady Deathstrike has the synergy as well. Personal passives paused during specials and for 5 seconds after Striker. So when you inflict personal passives, they're paused during specials and for 5 seconds after a Striker. I don't know what passives he has though. His genetic memory debuff trigger is changed from every 10 hits on combos to just every 10 hits that either champion is struck. So if you lose your combo or get hit, it's still any 10 hits in the fight will apply a debuff, which is nice. And now his signature ability, he now inflicts a 2.5% exacerbate passive per personal debuff. So max stack of 10, which is 25% potency. And exacerbate boosts new non-damaging debuff potencies by a listed amount. So 2.5% up to 25%, which is pretty nice. Definitely make them better. From Dr. Voodoo, when above 1 bar power, heavy attack consumes 0.5 bars of power to apply a Loa. His special 2, his last hit has 3 independent 65% chances to nullify a Loa and either gain a buff or inflict a debuff based on combo. So, so the last 2 hits, this is kind of hard to take in, it's kind of like hard to process this, but we'll have to wait and see what that looks like in action. And if his combo is even, his attacks gain a 50% chance to steal 2.5% of the opponent's max power, and he gains 10% of it. Max stack 3. And if it's odd, he inflicts a 2% power dissolve for 10 seconds. Max stack 3. So I think this is the special 2 or special last hit has 3 independent. Okay, so yeah, I think this is special 2. All this right here. So he's going to be better for sure, but we don't know what all this kind of looks like in action, all these champions. There's some footage, but not really showing everything. Now for Night Thrasher, knocking down the opponent purifies 1 debuff. Nice. Increased gadget duration, so more debuff duration. Pause during special attacks. Increased critical damage for each unique debuff. Good. Removed scaling from signature ability, taunt application chance. So he has a 35% chance to apply a taunt per gadget debuff with his SIG ability now. So better, better. All these champions are now better, but not, insane. And Viv Vision just gets some bug changes, so she can basically fight Domino now. And that's pretty much it. She can fight Domino, pretty much. Ability accuracy reduction is not subject to her, so that's good. And we do have some footage. I'm trying to make this short, but it is getting kind of like a longer video. I'm trying to show everything, man. 30 minutes, man. Let's go. Trying to show everything. All right. So here's some footage. Night Thrasher, Sabretooth. There's all this footage right here for all these champions. Definitely good, but I can't entirely see everything that's going on here. But we do see a majority of what the champions can do. You see that exacerbate that was on him right there, and then Viv Vision is the same. So yeah, not much for Viv Vision, but look at Cole Obsidian, man. This is max ramped up with all of his Thanos favor things, and he does a ton of damage with his armor breaks and everything. This is a Realm of Legends fight, bro. This is a ton of damage. So he's going to be pretty good, man. I'm excited for him and Anti-Venom mainly. All right. Next, we have... if we can go back to... Not that. If we can go back to... Oops. All right. Going back to my little file explorer here. Hold on. Make sure. All right. Yeah. So, going past that, Mega Day champions are now getting added to the regular pool. So These champions all on the right side, really good champions, are getting added to the base pool in the next Titan rollover. So in September, when the next Titan comes, all these champions are getting added to the base pool, not the Titan pool, the base pool. Really good. Really excited for that. Then we got a little extra Moon Knight look. So they showed us a little bit about Moon Knight, or Mr. Knight, excuse me. Mr. Knight has some footage, which I'll try to show, but it's not the greatest thing ever. He does look pretty cool right here. But yeah, he has some footage already out. Now, I don't know if he'll be released next month. He could be. But yeah, here's some footage for him. So, moving past this, we have injury debuffs. He has Tranquilize. He has Sleep. He has some light proficiencies. And just moving on to like his ramp kind of. So, he does a lot of crits. He does a lot of crits. A lot of damage. And yeah, overall, he looks good. He just has a lot of crits. Not a lot you can do with him, but crits, and they said that injury debuffs are the most important. So crits, tranquilize, and injury are the most important for him, or at least that's what they said. So he looks pretty cool. And we'll have to wait and see more about him when, maybe next month. But some nice footage right there. And now there's a Summoner's Choice rework. So in-game right now, you can vote for the next rework champion, who you want to be reworked. And these are the 4. So you can vote on Black Widow, Winter Soldier, Ghost Rider, and Loki. I wish there was Doctor Strange and like Thor here. But I'm probably going to go with Ghost Rider. Let me know what you guys think. Thor and probably OG Cap and maybe OG Spider-Man, honestly. And what's his name? Doctor Strange could all use a rework. But these are the champions we can vote on right now in game. So go make your vote. I'm gonna probably go with Ghost Rider. And here's just kind of a recap of the stream. Just a little recap of what's happening next or this month. And yeah, that's gonna do it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this recap. I know it's pretty long, but there will be timestamps and everything. So hopefully, skim through it, do whatever you want to do. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. No 9.3, no other stuff yet. But 9.3 should probably be soon. Maybe September or October. Just based on everything that I know, all the leaks and everything, should be very soon. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this recap. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys all very soon.